I just need to be recording on all space. I want to put this, and the light already fades away. And we're going to be practicing here, guys. I'm just here in my own mind. You guys don't really get to see it. Because honestly, I got to write my whole new movie. Because the old movie, I guess people think I start to collapse or other people start to collapse, and I don't know, you just don't want to fry your mind or something. Who's gonna fry it for you? Uh-oh. That's a good question right off the bat. This one's like, yeah. That's what it is. That's what it is. Get a minute. Thinking like all this noise in the brain, but when I shut down. Alright, I'm testing. That was the third time I said something. Uh-oh. I was partying before I even got online. Alright, there's some things. Objects. That's what I have on in mind. People are gonna try and be like this. I'm waiting for something special. It's the special juice. I gotta remind myself, wait, how far down was I? Well, letters start to disappear. I'm just gonna throw it right there. People don't know me, people don't know you. There's too much juice in the air. I mean, I know you, I know me, I know my neighbors here. But then past that, it's like, the letters disappear. And that's the second time too. Keep track. How did we get here again? Did we just do some time travel and say, yep, this is the map. This is the one. We're gonna capture it, all of it. We're gonna all let it just slide away. Ooh, that's a good story for the day, for the night. What time am I on? Are there lights behind the eyelids yet for everyone? I'm like peeking over myself right now. That's the view I'm getting. How down in the mine are we? I'm grinding. I got a big grind ahead of me. Unfortunately, so I had to do what I had to do. I had a lot of homework to catch up on. I wasn't sleeping through none of it. None of it. I gotta remember exactly why I'm here. Was it to tell people things? Was it to have people watch me? Or was it to remember the laser when it shows up? I'm waiting, everyone. You see the spot and I don't see the eyes. So when I'm down here, I'm gonna be tricking lies. Who's gonna be lying on the stream? Who thinks they know something? I think I charged my laser up real hot. I consumed it. So who's gonna charge me? I consumed my own laser. Who thinks they know something here? I'm ready for something. I built my laser in the sky. I shot it down to the sky. And now I'm like, where's my high? I'm consuming it, guys. I caught that, right? Oh, that's just before 5 minutes in. How much do you really think you know this? How much? It's more than 5 minutes, but 5 minutes on. Yeah. Let's not give everything back. Say, wait. That would be a backtrack. So then I just added back 2. But then, so, who are you and who am I? Because I know what I'm doing in the mind. I don't have time to rewatch this. I don't have time to redo this. I don't have time to re-sleep it. It's one take for a reason. All right, so I again, I'm chill, but I'm still waiting for my laser, whose lasers? I don't know, it seems like only one, not plus some. I would be like adding the 0 and be like, whoop, I don't know what happened. Once upon a time, I started sleeping through it. I gotta remember all the games. Alright, this is getting good, This doesn't break the mind, this heals it. So believe me, I've been going through the trenches like the last time I was on the live stream, talking about this one gonna be like a real low. If you tell me I go so high, but you can't see the light no more. Your closed eye and you see this. What are you looking at, miss? You're gonna go back again, that's 3 tie. You're gonna get a buckeye. Sorry. I mean, I even tried to say it, and you saw what happened. Oh, what's coming up? What's conjuring? Okay. I'm on to something real low here. Whoa, let's not go there. Okay, yeah, let's take our time. All right, let's crack this open, guys. Nobody entered in? Alright, still Amigo Blanco. What is this? Alright, so I smoked a little bit. Should I go get a cerveza? Huh? I'm gonna be dancing through these languages. This was strawberry mango. But I have another one somewhere. Wherever it is. I just had to crack it open on stream. Because I'm gonna wonder to myself, did I just create 2 different things right now? And that's what pure love. Put it down right there, everyone. And I mean, you know, you kind of get to reuse the conjunctions a lot. That's what I'm trying to show everyone. There's a little bit of a mysterious power here with the word. A real good lesson. I can go back to the March of this year. I was over there in the room. And it is a little bit different actually, but that was not actually opened up. Alright, so I did have to do this for everyone, just saying. I mean, I know what I look like, come on, but do you even use the mirror? Because I didn't for a long time. Use the mirror. I look straight ahead. Alright, so I got these prayer potions. They're about to go up. Blue light special. If you want them. Anyone want them? Still too high. I was working. I tried. I might try and FMLA it. I don't know. It's not a lie. People are getting way too close. They're like playing bumper ships. And they just need to like reel themselves in. Reel yourself in there. Because I can go back to the march of I can drop like and then so who's gonna be like, oh yeah, I got you too, and then be like, wait, he just did say that, ha 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 ha, achoo. So who's messing with spirits? Because when I get my imagination back, I'm like, my own Pinocchio. Imagine that. Imagine that. And it's true, like whose imagination is really lit? Because I'm sorry to tell you, I'm still a virgin. So this guy's like, he's building something up. I'm still revealing it to myself to cover it back up. It's the discovery and then rediscovery. Because how do you find a laser and then put that on yourself and then consume it? Like bada bing, bada boom. And it is a little bit of a shake. So I'm like wondering, like, is everyone ready? I guess so. I'm talking about it. But if I consume my laser, then someone else is going to have to find. Or maybe, I don't know. I talked about the 3D printed heart. Got a 3D printed heart, made my laser. I beamed it down on myself and ate her. Oh my goodness. Time to wake up. And then that's a funny thing too. When you got the light behind the eye, I'm like, there's so many things to do. I'm dreaming right now as I'm awake every time I blink. I just got some sleep. Should we even be sleeping in this life? Come on, guys. Let's be honest. At least one time. How much testing have we done? Because I know even smoking marijuana kind of makes me hallucinate stuff. I'm just saying. Just saying. So when I'm in the room speaking to all my monsters under the bed, but they're poking up, saying, "What's up, stupid?" Don't tell no one. Because I'll be looking like the dum-dum. Like dudes up in the night museum every night. Quiet down. I'm studying with them. I mean, obviously, quite literally. Still gotta remember the alphabet is deleting. "12 minutes, 12:48. And then I heard 12:49 in the mind. Ah, jeez, there we go again. How did that mind wake up? Settle down. I was the one speaking right now. That's that shadow that I talked to. Everyone has them. I learned off my light. Come on, settle down. How many things can I throw out? Not too many. You guys think I gobbled it all up. Someone's been eating the air. Imagine that. Settle down. I'll keep walking around it like this. Got the grand illusion. I felt my heartbeat a couple times, so I know I'm real life. And that light even starts to down a bit. Who cares? That's the fourth one. I'm the one who's writing it. Just throw the script. We're gonna bring the your favorite. Perfect. Just in time. I was about to get to the to-do list. Are we on Sussensen super slippery sussers? Or are we at the voodoo spinning DJ up all night and doesn't sleep, and this is what we have this time? What are we at? What are we at? Oh, and it just downed a bit again. That's the fifth time. that you see, getting the good spots in the mind. You see, I lost my vision in like 7th grade. Now, was I just asleep to not seeing things, or did I actually need glasses that whole time? Because that's what I'll be wondering. Sometimes when I start to spin outside, I'll be like, wait a second. Because I would be spinning this way. Let me turn it back this way. But then if I was spinning that way, I'd be having to go in this way, right? So, okay, then. I won't say it all. But I do think there is some, like a big puzzle. Like, are we going to get to Survivor and really, like, have to... I was out at the lake. I just remember diving out at the lake. Saw a fishy, too. Ooh-wee. I dove in a couple times. No problems. I could even float. It wasn't like New World where you just sank to the bottom like a joke. There's the first one. Ha 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 ha. There you go. I mean, that's what I got. That's what you're getting. And we got 2 people. Nyla and your favorite. Yeah, I already said that. Nyla, I saw you. But it was like after I said the super sussy, like sipping on super secret list again. Just so many secrets, so many lies. I mean, I can even try and cover my my light, put myself like this just so I can look like that. Come on, you know what I'm doing. I ate a laser. Let's talk about it. Who else is feeling a laser? Because if you're feeling a laser, it's your mind. You need to settle down, calm down. I consume it. I don't want nobody to beam a laser on me. I think I ate my own laser, everybody. Well, I'll joke about it. It took a while to come back. I mean, I can talk about this. Look at that. Have you even seen it before me even pointing it out? Maybe you did, maybe you didn't. I don't know. I got eaten up today, big time. Got fired. Told I wasn't welcome. And I was trying to collect the debts again. But they're doing some evil fishing, I think. When you reel so much, but you don't know how to catch, I think you're slooping again. I gotta make sure I get my XP rates up high. Not tell everyone everything I'm doing in my mind. Because obviously this is just nothing but a free skit. I'm not freezing. I feel wet on my back. That would be another spiritual thing again, though. Maybe you're not hiding enough. I tried to say it's all rigged up. Got the trigger like this. Get back to March again. I was hearing some interesting ancient music. I didn't know where it was coming from. But it felt like I was in a whole nother reality with everyone. So those are those deep layers again of the mind. Because where did my laser come from? I mean, I even tried to say before the neighbors moved in. And that's even more protection now. Because you guys tried to do the Amazon dongle. And then now I'm over in the room eating lasers. Amazon dongle me. And that's waking up the mind, I guess, if that's what I need. But I tried to say I did plenty in the dreams. And that's just like more staining of the imagination, I guess. I'm getting through it. I mean, if it's for a reason, then it's for a reason, and we're all putting it down. I've been saying every night before I go to bed, all in. I mean, there's quite a few things I say, but that's the gist. That's the gist. All in. Because I know me in my mind. I'm gonna need to sit down and think. I don't want to keep waking up everything. I mean, I'm trying to get a steady hand back, but that's with the right. I'm left-handed. I mean, it's there, but it's not. I got so much excitement. I think that's what it is. I've been digging deep in the mind. I found a lot of stuff, just self-experimentation with the mind. That's it. And the language literally starts disappearing. Plus, I was throwing storms. I tossed storm. I walked in it. Did I throw down like this? I don't want to throw it all right there, like, because I'm live streaming. It's 21 minutes. The mind's deleting. But I got it right there. It's bubbling up like a pot. I'll throw it out for everyone. If you're not hearing the zing rituals, then I don't know what's up. So I heard them. I was performing. And what do you know? What do I know? I'm throwing storms in this. But you know, if you're doing it like there, you're getting a lot of regression. No, sorry. I didn't mean to thumb my ear like that. Yeah, I'm sweating now. I'm sweating because I don't want to give it all up. Nope. Too many secrets are kept. Like the equilibrium. Let's try and get in this. If you're not sitting, better be doing something. Ground yourself again. Are we really gonna do this? Because when my mind flips out, does everyone else's too? Because I'll be upside down, but just looking at you. So is that how we're getting different pictures in disguise? Different illusions, silhouettes? That's literally all behind the mind. And then that's not even talking about just actual vivid movies, images, everything right here behind your eyelids. So how much energy are we on here? I turned mine off, but somehow they woke up. And there is information on this stuff, but yikes. And my stomach starts to twist. My head's spinning, but I'm focused. And I'm getting my XP. Let's see the rate. 220K. I mean, I'm almost to the elves. I've been questing. It's been GG for a long time. I got a lot of focus in this. But I know what I need to be doing. And it's not a lot of this stuff. That's for sure. It's definitely not a lot of the stuff. I feel like I should be on creative right now. Truly, honestly. Like knowing what I found out. It is what it is. I mean, if you're here watching it, then obviously you're getting some of it. Oh, and then we can get back to March at NES. I was breaking through a whole new world again. A whole new world, but there was a sword going right through it. A sword going through the world? Who would do this? and there were these bugs, like roly-polies. That's essentially what I would call them, because they seemed friendly enough to me, but they were big. And they were real as heck. And credit control was having to help NES, which was funny. I thought that was funny. I thought it was funny. But it was scary at the same time, because I didn't have, I'm not controlling my imagination like I wanted. I was just on the roller coaster, picking my seat. But it was a whole new world. I saw an actual curvature. But then that's like what I'm thinking right now. We have these two theories. A round one seems a lot better than flat. Okay, flat. But when you can break the mind, equilibrium, turn it upside down, have you start thinking like, wait, did we really put all this here just so we can all wake up? And then that's when I'm thinking like, okay, now I'm in agreement. I've done a lot of spiritual things. I don't know my C. So if you somehow know C, start speaking. And this is truth. This is in my mind. But like going back to what I've been doing, even the family, having Alzheimer's runs in the family, and even dementia too. Brother-in-law. So I'll be thinking like, I do think the humans do conjure up a little bit of a chemical here that maybe not everyone is aware to. Always, because it's an odd world we're living in. And we're always aware, though, when you need to hide in your little hidey hole, then you're obviously getting. And I'm even going down the track, because there's so many things. I've just been here by myself. It's a huge story. But I'll put that story on, on the show. Because if when you get so low, you just start to tumble, start gymnastics and picking weights up again, then that's the bottom. There's only up from there. That's like the mind outside and the mind inside. And I am going down so many tracks and rabbit holes. But I have two people here, so I'm like, give them something. They're like red herrings and grains of salt. Like an SPG. Or no, not an SPG. A salt, pepper, sugar. SPS. Salt, pepper, sugar. Yeah, a cigarette rolled up in a mental health hospital. And giving that to yourself as a pat on the back. Because if that's what had to happen in this reality to cover up the rest, then that's a real delusion. Who would roll that up for someone in distress? So I was only going to be on here for as long as I could. And honestly, things are charging, which is good. Because they didn't even want to charge before I got on. It was like I was already hallucinating through the numbers. Like I knew this one should have been way more than 40%. But it's at 66 right now, so we're doing it. That had to dim a bit, give this some more juice. That's the special power of the mind. I tell you. And my purple light in my room still goes off. Don't know what that is. Maybe it's a glitch, it's a bug, that's what I'm... But when I'm so deep in the mind, I'm talking to the bugs and they're like cycling with me. I mean, it's pretty odd. If that's where we're at. That's where I'm at. But I'm actually waking up. Like I'm able to like have a spray can over there and like, you know, actually do stuff in my mind while I'm actually speaking in the mind, which is good work. You know, I'm waking things up. I didn't know I could do all this stuff. And that's multitasking. And then I'm like gonna think to myself, what really is multitasking? Because I'm over here disconnecting, still getting my XP on the game, but still doing everything I need to be doing. And then if I disconnect over there and go to a different reality, imagine that. But I did get fired. I didn't have the time, didn't have the place. I couldn't say anything. I couldn't even look at my phone. It was frying me. I was in my bed racking my brain. How could this be so coincidental yet again? I was telling my family, I see the cycles, but I'm spectating them. I'm like literally spectating them right now. So it's like, let me kick my feet up. Hold on. I didn't know what I was gonna say when I got on here, but I have so much in the brain, you know. I just gotta wait till it like bubbles up, like a cauldron. Get all the good stuff. Can that please not? Thank you. I've seen flies do some interesting stuff in my life. Maybe they were just a little bit confused. Who knows? I don't know why a fly would go head first into a torch, though. I've seen what it seemed to be. What it seemed to be is bugs scared on certain days, very coincidental days. I would note those days down. I'm not noting them down though. I see them quite often. Even in my daydream today, I was seeing them. You know, but what does that mean? You know, just again a coincidence for me, because not much speaks in this reality. There's a lot of stuff, but also a lot of nonsense. And I know what I've been seeing. I mean, I can take it back to when I was a kid. I had asthma attacks. Severe. Couldn't breathe. I still remember it like a memory. Filled with pain like a dream. Super realistic to me. And then all of a sudden, I get a little bleach bath recipe. A little hot water, and I'm back complete. Because as a kid, I also remember seeing the VHS tapes. Every single commercial was a new thing. I was watching my Rugrats Go to Paris. That was my favorite one. But every single time, I remember a new advertisement. And on a VHS tape, come on. So what really is magic? You know, because it's almost like this is my big set. And I've been seeing, I saw a whole light glow underneath this. Is that me about to delete? how to say it, but it's literally not funny. Because I know, and I'll say I know, but what is this? And what is this that I know? I'm trying to explain it. I know going around my backyard, I was doing myself a favor, I think, I hope. Like a big clock we are. But who's going to rewind to yourself if it's just you? I don't want to say everything because it's definitely not complete. I mean, if you see me like this, I'm like still obviously thinking. I'm looking up there, not here. Because I've hit everything. I mean, like, we can talk about acne and zits and stuff like that on the face. I put it in different places. At least to me, it seems. And then they disappear. At my healthiest, I had nothing. And then, like, it's like, here's my voice again. It's getting rough. I gotta jump over certain topics like microwaves. Because it'll be like, boom, I feel it. You know, boom, I feel it in my body. Like the whole thing's lighting up. But I haven't felt it once. Not me, not personally, not yet. Because all of these things I'm talking about are like, you know, just reruns again. So like that's again, like I've smoked weed. I did plenty of dabs before getting online. But there's no high for me right now. Still trying to build it. I'm flat. Done. This is flavor. That's it. There's no wobbling for me. There's nicotine. It's in there. And I'm even smoking the one that I said, well, maybe it's going to be changing if I crack it open on live. I mean, I've been in such a spiritual place where I felt things tapping on my body, and I know, you know, there's no way. It hasn't happened in quite a long time since Siobhan. I guess realistically, since the two, should I even name? Is it defaming, or is it like, you know, rediscovering some ancient pride? Like hide your pheromones in disguise. And believe me, I'm not reading off anything. I'm over here in the game. Get my XP. Because if this doesn't work out, I mean, what else is there? There's going to be nothing. So, you know, I got to keep my shots open. That's how focused I am. I see the hocus pocus in the game, but I can do that to my own brain. So it's again, what would I even need? And I even heard like actual sound beaming upon me. Oh, this guy needs 2. And then really that happens years later. Like I heard this guy needs 2 back in the apartments. 2109. 2901. See, that's the mind trying to spark, and it's like, all right. You can call that dyslexia too. I don't care. But I've also had dyslexia with the words, so if I was before live stream tripping on the numbers, like, should I even be on it right now here? Yeah. Because believe me, I watch the news. But I think people are just confused and nobody wants to speak. I know what I've seen. And that was March of last year. And then March of this year, it was 2 different people. Well, it was one kept the same, and then the other was different. Should Cynthia be speaking? I'm serious too. That was a zing. That was a zing ritual, but there was no communication, and it was like the judge was like, "This is either it or this is that," and if that's that, then this isn't, and if this isn't, then people are still, and if people are still, then everyone is, and if everyone is, then someone needs to speak because no one will get it. Magic? Or no? I mean, seeing actual visuals behind the eye is magic in and of itself, which is interesting. I mean, that could be where it stops, and that's all we get as humans, and we're just waiting on technology. Or we're a little bit more than humans, and we get to shift through the phases, and use our different gears. Or we're humans, and we just don't know how different it gets. Especially with this word, that's like the first. There, that was a that was almost a burp, and then like a hiccup. I've completely changed my body responses, but they're talking back. It's good. I mean, I've definitely cracked something. Which is very good. But like being at NES and collecting debts. Now people aren't always on the phone to be paying. Sometimes I feel like they're experimenting themselves, which isn't a bad thing. But when you run out of breath and then you're just there, sort of standing off of someone else's oxygen, it could be. Potentially, I'm not sure. Especially if this is even Earth. Maybe this is the first time. I mean, that's the first time for me. What flavor is that?
Raspberry.
Raspberry.
It's sugar.
Yummy. Yummy.
You can have some. It's fat free.
Ooh.
That's good. Want a bowl?
No, not right now.
Okay.
Well, yeah, actually, maybe since you... Yeah, don't make it double. Might as well make it easy. I'm like Goldilocks right now, I feel. It's either too hot or too cold. And I'm not exactly in the time and place where I can change the thermostat to my liking. Oh, we're random. Random. Oh, yeah.
Miss.
That's one for the ants.
That's one for
The birds.
Oosh.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
It's expensive. But Dad wanted to try. Give it. I wanted raspberries only. Mmm. Ooh. Mm-hmm.
Yummy.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Very good. I'm glad it's not one. Good morning, baby.
Alrighty, love you. Sweet dreams. 144 potions to make. And that's no lie. $130 left now. That'll be 116. Right? You know, maybe I was just saving that one. You know, I just managed to have enough time to fit it in. I'm cooling down quick, jeez. Just a little sugar was all I needed, I think. Make me feel real again. Thanks, Mama. Have you ever just thought in conversation in your mind and then just sort of like it either goes blank or you have trouble speaking? Or is that just mine? Like mine turns into babble sometimes. And I'll be wondering where I get my babble from. Tana tana tita does, try to tata tita teas, and try to tata tita twos, and try to top a tuba teas. But you try to top a tuba teas, you never triple triple one. So how are you gonna? Never mind. Oh my god. I want to do so many different things, but then it's like, oh, this guy's an animal, like this. I mean, but then he may never get it. There's only so much time in the day. And I'm trying to be civilized, and as civilized as I can. Especially when trying to collect, debts. And yeah, again, I got fired. There's no more debt collecting, at least not today, or in my future, not just yet. But people were on the phone trying to like have a little conversation battle. I think. Which, like, I'm thinking in my mind, that's probably a good reason for me to even be there. So I stay in the game. I know what's going on. I know how hard it is. It's the game of, should I even be here or should I hang up? That's the game. And I mean, it's even good too, because when I have them on the phone and I know they know the game and they just experience the whole thing with me, the manager comes online. They're either gonna pay up or not. But then I need to know that my managers know what I just did to them, or I'm gonna be left as like, oh, this guy can't collect. Give him all the BS stuff. He's doing nothing. But I know what I just did. I just wore him out. And I had spiritual stuff too. Should I even talk about that? Hanging up on the line and I feel a little cut. Like, come on, dude. You know I'm that human. Like, I'm on the other line, man. You shouldn't be doing that stuff. Because I know I'm not doing that stuff. I'm collecting bills. I'm defending. It would be a pure defense. Because how many little barriers and no, don't say that, and please definitely don't do these things. So it's definitely a defense, and I have to know the openings to get what I got in. So I got a pretty good defense, I think. And then it takes myself back to what was happening, about a March ago. I'm just saying. I know I got different phases of the body. Like, I even explained one right here, disconnecting here, playing this game, but still talking on a whole nother subject, a whole nother reality, a whole nother time zone, essentially. A whole nother human being, a whole nother history that isn't complete. So that's exactly how omnipotent I am. If you want to really start talking about that. But again, I've done what I had to do in my life. So that's how, exactly as I said it, and I don't even need to say it a second time. Because it's only a point that you need to prove to yourself. But if we don't get what we're doing in history, then I think we'll just keep on repeating the same thing. And again, I think, like me changing my body responses, I'd hope it happens quick. But I know I went through the phases. I'm awake, I'm energized. But I find it really interesting going through school. I was sleeping through the whole thing. I didn't know why I didn't have energy. And then even my first job, going to credit control, I was like a zombie boy. I could barely even wake up. And this job, waking up at 4, no problem. And yeah, I did test, but it is just a mind thing. I was zapping my own mind. I already know what I'm doing, but I'm killing my own high. Because I know I shouldn't be doing this. And I mean, maybe I should live stream. It's already 9:41. I already need to cut it down, stop talking. I'm in Boulder City. Let me look at the map. Boulder City. If you don't know, maybe it was a lie. Who knows? I find it real coincidental. Should I throw in Selena Gomez? To the mix? I got 1,444 to do now. Just so everyone's clued in. 1,444 more potions to brew, craft, and mix up. But should I bring Selena Gomez into the mix? Or is that just gonna be a whole nother something? I mean, am I allowed to talk about these names, or are they just forbidden for me? I'll be wondering. The first time I started talking about Ariana and Taylor, I got wrecked over there. Is that 3? She completely annihilated me. I could barely breathe. I mean, it's a good thing. I was honestly sleeping like a baby and waking up on an island. It was crazy. And that's no lie again. Annihilation. That's what I was receiving. And I mean, that was the first time, so that's something new, I guess. Everything happens for a reason, I hope. I don't know. I was getting owned. Some Mermelada de Higo. Jumbo. That's what I learned recently. Prickly pear jam. I don't even know if I'm saying it right, honestly. I started wondering what my base language is. I don't even know though. I haven't had the time to look most of these people up. I'm saying these people. Let me not keep repeating the names. Because again, I don't know what sort of situation I'm getting myself in. So I just keep playing my game. I know I have had magical dreams before. Lucid ones, vivid ones, where there is magic being cast around. It's only been with one race right now. Just saying, just saying. Again, I haven't dug too deep. I'm like a cauldron bubbling still. So why go so far when everything should be right in front of me? And the annihilation was also in March too. Just to clear everything up. But that was the March of this year, not last year. I wrote it down, so it's, if I'm not 100%, I'm 100% in the journal. Yikes. Just saying. I mean, I'm trying to do my due diligence. We just got past an hour recording this. And I still have my feet kicked up. I'm pretty sure when I do so much digging in the mind and I start to discover the people in the imagination are actually conscious as you, you start to be like, oh, wait a second, ooh. Yikes. Just saying. Just saying. And I didn't even think I'd be doing this still right now. I'm trying to be quiet. I'm level 68 in herbalism. Total levels, total levels, total levels. Anyone? Anyone? We're at a 64 at least. Trying to get over it. 2 more will be at the beast. No, I'm just kidding. but definitely not. That'll be when I hit 70. Oh, jeez. $12. That's how many left. 12. The spiritual awakening I've been on is one of like journeying along the religions, beside them, seeing them and viewing them, but questioning myself. Because honestly, a lot of them make a lot of sense. All of them, if I'm being truly honest. And I say that with, again, like an SPG or SPS, because I haven't, like I said, I'm beside them, because I see everyone's opinion. And I'm like, I object to most of it. If we just use them all like hiding spots, then we're going to have to go back in them to see what we're hiding. I'm not looking to force someone. But that's why I'm like, what have we forgotten? I've never been seasick. And I thought I would be afraid of heights. But honestly, it was almost like seeing myself at a whole new position. Because I was only imagining those heights. But actually being up there, it's like, oh, this isn't bad. And obviously, if I could put myself in my head, then I'm doing myself a favor when I actually go and see it, and it isn't bad, I guess. I don't know. Because honestly, I was terrified of heights. Even like roller coasters and stuff. Like, Yeah, I don't exactly get out there and do them, but it also is like, is it even my place to be there in the first place? Because what I've done, I'm over here doing this, playing RuneScape, I'm leveling this up. But like water parks, I remember going down that big one. I may have been screaming and saying a few cuss words, but it was still fun going down. If my mind locks up so heavily and that's all I got left, then it's like a whole new level I've been in. I was like the last time I was on here and I said there's only 2 words once you're at the top again. What in the FS is this? SF, FS, FS. I mean, that's all. When you're at the top, you're going to be asking yourself. Obviously I have words, but that's like, if I'm putting myself up the top and looking down, and especially seeing when my eyelids lit up, I'm like, whoa, holy, what is it? What is that? What is that show? What is that show? It's the Christmas one. The Charlie Brown? What in the Charlie Brown animated visual is going on before my eyes, and why did I have to see that like that, guys? Like reality would probably be like, and I was even like, just saying. I mean, that's like, I guess, like with everything, like they're gonna put the adult things for the adults, I guess. I don't know. It makes me think to myself like, did someone project this? Because I didn't have control of it. I was trying to control it, but I couldn't. And then that leads me to believe like, oh, okay, then I guess you're experimenting on the Virgin. 1003 to go. I mean, it's I was talking to my parents about it, like the birds and the bees, a little bit, trying to come to some sort of discovery. And alright, about the birds and the bees, I was again trying to come to some sort of discovery. How would 1 + 1 equal 2 if you don't even know the dance to get into something to begin with? Like, it's going to be considered something in this sort of reality. You're going to have to make some sort of jump, some sort of move that you knew like probably shouldn't have been doing. If you really break it down, if you really start to think, like, what dance did you really do to get to somebody? And now, maybe, like I said, over in March, doing zing rituals in my head. Maybe this is just some historical thing we've yet to write down. And we have had people do it, but just doing it in their language, reciting it in their ways, and not exactly in the history that we know as today. And that is a stretch. That's quite the stretch. But I mean, I'm living proof that there's definitely some sort of other party going on. I'm just saying. It's literally in the consciousness. You just gotta dig a little down deep and then hide what you find. And then when you're speaking your truth, just like I've been showed, and everyone gets a piece of it. Honestly feels like I've already talked for forever. But I know it hasn't. I see the time right there, is right in my face. If I do this with somebody else, we're gonna have to spin until we find a place that we haven't been. All these places I'm spinning at right now, I've been. All of them. Now, some of them maybe I haven't actually set out in the open, but if you know what I've been doing, then you know there is no closed. And I mean that in the safest way. That's like the speed of light. I was trying to wrap my head around the speed of light. How can the speed of light still be the same speed of light if the light on the train is moving the train speed plus the speed of light? It would be the train speed plus the speed of light. That's what I'm thinking about. Like how, and now I guess we would need to calculate everything like that, which would be a whole nother speed of light. I guess like that's like the simplified speed of light then. Or maybe I just don't wrap my head around those sort of things. I mean, I'm trying, but it's like I'm almost like the dark matter of the whole subject right now. And yeah, things are working. But are they working perfectly yet? Now again, that would be a subject that I have no experience really being in. Though that's the sort of like question, like it's never been. And I tried to ask AI, Google is just like, buddy, it's fine. Things are working perfect, buddy. Chill about that whole train knowledge with somebody being over there watching the train even plus the speed of light going past it, and you're waving by in the speed of light with the train going the speed of light plus the train speed. And Google's like, buddy, you're taking it a little bit too far, and you just need to realize the speed of light we've already calculated. We've taken them to all these places where we know our instruments are working, and we try and simulate it the best we can to the best of our abilities. But when you bring that bright little mind of yours, little buddy, you just seem to be busting open these doors you don't need to be doing. You need to keep them closed right where they are. So when we find a reality that's going train speed plus speed of light, we'll be looking back at this reality waving by. Oh, sorry, I just had to say that. It was just too funny. It's like the aquifer. Aquifer has been exfoliating away our core and all the other parts of everywhere. Again, I don't know. I'm just throwing things out there. But that aquifer sure is going to take us to infinity and beyond. If it hasn't already. I'm rerunning things still. It is what it is. There was some simple beats that I started to draw out of nowhere. Some simple ones. And I'm like thinking to myself, could it really be that simple? Like these little basic ones right now? And first I had to find some sort of word structure to figure that out. So I'm like thinking, what did we have first? And then what did we take next? And what can't we say because it would ruin everything? If you don't know, you don't know. I know what I know. And I won't stop, keep trying. That was like in school finding not-nots and yes-yeses. I think maybe it was pretty much no-nos. And those are hard. Those are hard to think about. I've done a lot of thinking by myself. Just a lot of self-talks. Level 69. It's like I feel like the desert. I can take it back to in March. I saw a pair of glasses like this as a shadow, and hands twirling it, going down my my wall. It's a very interesting shadow to see. Very interesting to see. But like in the desert, the mirage. Ooh. Ay. It's funny because it's like I'm literally finding my own place to be. It took me quite some time though, honestly. I mean, I wanted to get on here and be like, close my eyes. Let's find this. Okay, who? Emptied it. There's nothing left. It's by design. I don't know anything. I'm in the mind. And then opening them back up. And what's this? The bugs were dancing. And that's what I get. I mean, that's what I'm seeing. But there's a lot more hidden underneath the tumbling. Brought the tumbling back. If you've been aware, you know where I'm at. That's why I wanted to record it, but I also wanted to show. There's a whole dance routine. There's a whole dance routine. There's a whole dance routine. And if I'm gonna be like over here, like I was in the dreams, where all the birds are having purple auras around them, collecting the bones for me, and I know we're gonna be doing a little bit of something different here in this life. We aren't gonna be messing around with people's minds. I know I'm legit with it, too legit to quit. Am I gonna just pass this, double it to the next best? I'll be kicking my feet up yet again. Come on, I see the big dream. I'm not gonna drop it. That's then hoop up, and then under. Punch the guts. No, I don't know. Something's down there making music though. Ay, ay, ay. I thought I was reviewing everyone's product. Alright, let me calm down. Alright, getting late. Hold on, my crock. I think back on. My foot. Everything's being used. Everything. You think it's not, then you better start really looking. Everything's being used. I even started talking at the dinner table. Isn't it almost weird how this food is like flat? Like there's nutrients in it, but is there? Like, is it working like it should be right now? Like, come on. Because I know I've broken a lot of things and I've tried to repair just about everything. I mean, that's a crazy thing to think of, isn't it? I mean, I know the food has calories. I know they have nutrients. But are we at a point in time where it's just flat because we're stagnant? They're not actually working like they should be? Because not all the information that should be out there is out there right now? And again, that's just speaking from the big old V. Man, I need a water. I can only imagine what kind of deja vu everyone else gets. I mean, it'd be funny to actually hear some of it. Yeah. Pretty much where I'm at. Although I have done a lot of affirmations. Tons of affirmations. Ariana affirmations? Definitely. I tried to say too before I even wrote it. On a big to-do list, guys. Why not? Why not give Ariana all the affirmations? Look at the music. It's proof. Just saying. I did the hot and cold thing, right? To know your temperatures in life. Yeah. I'm trying to remember what the Taylor affirmations were, but they were more like don't. Like nots. Like don't even try it. Not gonna do it. I'm just saying. it's a blank space. But that is almost like what hypnotism does, doesn't it? But then what the first thing was like affirmations. It was concrete. That was, like tap, 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 tap. This is real. Hopefully. And hey, I'm not, not playing like I Spy or, My Little Life or, These Family Ties or anything like that. I'm just, this is what I found in the mind, it seems like. And I'm waiting for my first time. This must be how we meet. Threw me down on live stream. The first one I didn't really record, but this one I know for sure there's eyes on. There's definitely eyes on. The first one, it was like maybe in their data bank, like maybe they still have it saved. You know what I'm saying? I'm still playing it on replay. It took me a long time. I did a lot of regressing. I mean, when I'm over in the room in just this March, just now, this year, Toe and Storm, Bee and Boom, singing to 'em, reading through 'em. Because there's just so many of them that everyone's gonna have fun. Just saying. But it just does seem like I stumbled upon the first. And I do remember a whole long journey. It was a whole long family thing, and I can even go back to remembering when the imaginations that I'm having in, especially the dream or just in the daydream, when that consciousness is real and it's alive, then I start remembering, well, Father Time. Am I going to say that right here and then? Yeah, yes I am. So I was in the mind discovering real way back. But it really wasn't too far back because it's right here. Everyone has it. There's like two worlds that we can live in. One has the history and the other one's just a big old chaotic missing image. And there's nothing after that. I even tried to see. I saw where my family went. It was like, you take this way, I'll take that, meet back up, and then we'll have the center again. So, we either shapes when they break. That's what I want to say. Are your shapes supposed to be broken before you meet somebody, or do you want to meet somebody before they break? What is it going to be? Huh? I am playing that game that I wanted to play, but I'm not exactly showing and telling everybody. Because I do want the mind to wake up, but I know I'm speaking right now and here. And nobody's exactly saying anything. But when the shapes start to break and you don't know where you're at, are you going to want to know somebody first? Or are you going to want to be solo and okay with your space? Are you going to know how to build them back? Especially when you're solo and in your space. And I would say marijuana, potentially the first thing to ever break my space, ever break my shape. And I say potentially because I know, just being a third wheelie with big old sissy, I do believe plenty of times I was either hypnotized or hallucinating, just being the third wheelie. That's just big old ignorant me, though. After I reel it all back and start thinking man, I know you can sort of dabble on your memories and change some things, but realistically it stays concrete. I mean, how many times am I going to keep regressing back to the same old place, same old time, and it being the same old thing for me? And it is what it is. That's like remembering watching NSYNC and sipping on some chicken noodle soup. And literally the shapes were falling. The sky wasn't exactly falling, but the shapes were. But then that would be like bringing me back to what the human body actually conjures, and us just not actually having the proof or facts down. Or maybe we do, and I'm just stumbling upon them. I haven't been in the right places to read up on them. I know, what was it, 7th grade? That was sex ed. I've already done different things than that. When lava dabba ding dong, hello, wake up. I've already done different things than they said was possible. So I mean, what was complete and what wasn't? And it definitely wasn't using no saran wrap to wrap anything up. And I brought that up just because I don't think this world is complete, guys. We're saying we're good, we're ready to go. Yup up. Yip it up. There's been plenty of things. Maybe I just didn't get the full complete sex ed. Who knows? I got the mini version. I mean, it would have been fine if it was something that didn't mess with the reality that I've lived. I mean, if I learned something that wasn't possible, I'll keep it a secret. What was that flying from the sky? FOD. Yikes. I built myself up like a music box. Every day I learn something new, guys. Well done. Like magic, I'll be wondering. I even started to think of different magic tricks and possibilities. That's how vivid my imagination is right now. I potentially have some new magic tricks, some new discoveries. Maybe. I haven't exactly looked into the books, but maybe. Maybe not, but maybe, potentially. Maybe just seeing a reveal and how it's done. Interesting. Very interesting. Only 1 hour 35 minutes. Jeez. I'm trying not to repeat many things. I've tried to, like I say, find the cycle, put myself in it in spectator mode, and just keep on going through it. And if I hear something that we've already done, I'm just going to try and skip on to the next track and tackle whatever that is. And I do hope, I have my mind here when I'm speaking like this, but I know it's emptied. So whatever I talk about, it's like an experience. And I gotta find the right words to hopefully make a picture. Because I don't have exactly the picture here moving, showing you what to do. I just have the words throwing them at you. I lobbing at ya. But I could see with AI and how we could do this be an interesting life. I don't know exactly how the mind would be hooked up, but I could see it. Really getting into actually making an amazing imagination, honestly. Like I said, I was getting better like a spray can, you know, spray paint on the outside with my eyes open, just having to layer and letting it drip. You know, that's what spray paint does if you let. But building these layers, and then I start to think, are these just men and female things, and we just need to start explaining? Because I know I've tried to speak and, you know, explain to my parents, but they're only going to explain and tell me as much as they can. $62 more pots. Lovely. What's up? I'm over here juggling. Topics. Hot topics. I'm at the mall shopping, essentially. It's flawless. You want to say it? It's flawless. I know what it is. It's not perfect, it's flawless. Show me a flaw in my little design. I don't even know if it's confidence anymore. It's almost like cocky. Like someone needs to humble this guy. And he saw where that got me. He saw where that got us. And then I hear someone, let me just slap an A on that. you know, you should have been, oh, actually, just look around. It's all over the map. Yeah, it wasn't here, but then, whoops, better watch out. At least it was like a fist bump instead of a knock you out of the air and kill you. Just, you know, give me my space, bug. You know I'm here. Maybe the bugs start to spin, guys. Do we ever think about that? Yeah. Ooh, that was my back, please. Don't throw me out of whack. Yabba 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 doos. I think AI is going to be real helpful in this. I think we're like this close. We're like this close, guys. This close. But then again, I don't know. We could be, but then again, we couldn't be. Isn't it crazy, like, little paradox? It's a wild one. It is a wild one. Just tell me please, tell me what do you know? I can't do it like that, I don't. Just tell me please, tell me, who do you call on? You're calling on me. For me, there's nothing. There's nothing, it's an empty mind. That people are gonna ask like, I'm trying to create some noise for myself just to get something in there. It's empty. It's empty. You know, I've been through this before with myself, and I know it's all there. But I'm literally reeling on something that there's nothing. So then I can get back to the 2 marches ago. I love it. I love it. Come on. Yes, I do. I love it. You know, I've been in dreams where I'm putting the headset on, thinking to myself, all right, well, you're in the hive mind now, buddy. You're just going to have to be one. Sorry, it sort of became like a tacit agreement. Do I need to re-upload and public the YouTube video again? Show everyone where the mind was, where the meeting was, and how it was taking place. I just did way too many potions just because, guys. Another 16. That's okay, I'll be set, you know what I'm saying? Herbalism will be complete. And honestly, it's good for me because I'm almost level 70. Then I need construction. I'm level 52 construction right now. Alright, Papa. Love you.
See you tomorrow, buddy.
Yeah.
Love you.
Sweet dreams. Oh. 52 construction. And then I'll get Song of the Elves. Yeah. Then what, like Void Armor? Is that what I get next? I got Defender, I got Fighter Torso. What else I got? The Barrels, Gloves, got it. I got my Flippers. Got them. You know, I definitely got the Trident. I was definitely netting them. You can cut a few words off, who cares? If you know, you know. I was at the mother load of mine. I got the coal bag. Jeez. Doesn't even need to make sense. What else do I got? Without even looking. I've been doing the diaries. Pretty much medium on all of them. Though I haven't been questing in about a week now. Maybe a little bit longer. I've been skilling, getting it all up. That takes patience, focus. You know, even before starting this grind, I was thinking to myself, to buy the bot or not to buy the bot, to be the bot or not to be. Come on, I am literally disconnecting while playing. I mean, that's not a bad thing though, because I know when I like get off my little ride, that I'll be at a good point to start to play. No, jeez. Lovely. Wait. Yeah. Sorry, I just. That was the first time I said someone's name twice. But if that is the name, you know, that's where the mind has to go, and I'll try and stay like diagonally moving this way. Try not to plus. I've yet to do the Infernal Cape. That's just me being sloppy. I did Monkey Madness. I need to kill the final dragon for Dragon Slayer 2. Mechanics. And a little bit of level. Mostly mechanics though, I think. Maybe. I know for Infernal Cape, I was like, man. I only gave it one try. But then I thought to myself in my mind, like, you know, I'm using this much gold here when I have like that much gold there that I need to really be, you know, spending. So this was like, let me just turn that down. Because when I go back, like right now, if I want to go back, I'll just easily one-shot it more than likely. Easy peasy. I haven't really been out in the wilderness. A little bit. Farm some dragons. That's it. I was trying to get into the consciousness, be like, come on guys, I'm out in the wilderness. You know, PK mind. Just sending out the signals, you know, who's aware. And then all of a sudden, PK. That's a good adrenaline spike. That's how you hype it up, at least for me in my mind right now. Think I'm out here in the wilderness just like adrenaline-less? No. It's slowly already on a drip as it is. But yeah. What else is there? Farming. I mean, I don't know why. I don't know why. Why would I bring up farming, guys? What? Come on. Why would I say farming? It's a little bit of an achievement for me, I guess. I don't know. 70 Slayer, but I mean, that's like 69 for Monkey Madness too. So, if you know, you know. 80 Hunter. I've been hunting. Got my antelopes. Tons of them things. Tons of antelopes. I did moons. Those are fun. So then, like, you know, if I can do moons, I can't say it's a mechanics thing over at the dragon. That's just a level thing, honestly. A level/gear thing. I even tried to farm them a little bit, but that became more of a gear thing. It's not farming them fast enough. I haven't done too many scrolls, clue things. Sailing, I got that to 56. Sailing's pretty cool. Sailing's alright. I got my graces. I did my agility. That was tough. That was brutal. That was super mindless. God. I haven't even gotten the grace set either. They're just sitting up there in the bank, just 241 of them. That's how I've been sorting out my highs. Like with the antelope, farming to 80. I just kept it all there. I knew I could sell something at the bank and start doing something. And then when I needed that gold, like making the potions now, then I sold it all, and it wasn't cheaping out. But I had to make sure I sorted my high because I knew that was a lot of gold right there. It was like blah 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 blah. I was like 16 hours of farming, probably more than that. But it wasn't like it was that brainless farming, where if I know I gotta click, I click it. Yeah. But hey, look at me, I'm doing it. And I'm not brainless anymore. Like I said, I just hopped off the ride and I'm doing another achievement. Although I am sort of brainless because it's herbalism. Like, I click 1, 2, click again 3, click 4, 5, 6, click out 8, and 7, and then 8, 9 again to start it back over. 9 clicks, is that right? Or was I just over clicking? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, 9. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 11. See, now I'm trying to count inside the cycle. It might be 8. It might be 10. I think it's 9. Maybe. Yeah, it is 9. Because I forgot about pressing space for the actually, activating the potion. And then 9 would be clicking on the bank again. I mean, that would be 8. 8 would be clicking on the bank again. 9 would be putting the potions back in. And then clicking out. Herb to potion, space. I think so. It sounds about right. I'm not going to rack my brain all night on one little thing. I'm using the numbers to move me. And then the numbers, after they're numb, I get to speak. I'm silly. I ruined my high so bad. What do you want me to say? Like, what does it even mean to be human anymore? Are you kidding me? And then I look around the world. I'm over in my room, towing Storm. If I tow Storm over in my room, does that tow Storm somewhere else in the reality, or is that just me, doing my own thing? Yikes! Yikes! I know when I went to the hospital to see my Grammy, she was watching Men in Black. I thought it was pretty funny, because things have been going odd in my reality, in my space. Family's not been doing good. I've been off. Yeah. And then I can take it back to March again. What the heck has been happening? I don't have any sort of Amazon dingle dangle dongles happening. No shadow hands behind me wobbling. Nicotine's still the same. A little hiccup, I guess. Ooh. There you go. Plus a little burp to calm it all back down. How many words do we have? How many things can I say before I start getting into a whole nother language? Babble it out like Doodle Bob. And hopefully you get the message. It's like a women of prayer that I don't know. Are we that ancient? Are we that young? I know I'm just 28, everyone. Combat level 101. 101.125. Probably wasn't supposed to say that other half, but I did anyways. When I start to feel like I'm playing magical keys and the word is too hot to even say, then I won't say anything. Okay? Because I know when I'm playing magical keys and the keyboard feels warm, then I know I'm in a different reality. When I'm at the slot machine when I'm at the slot machine and the button gets hot, is that like a good sign to start pressing it or back off? And that's true. I'm not gonna say something that's not true. It's like tasting a little whatever in the back of the vape, like woohoo. Like dang, you hit that you hit like that you hit it like that. That's how you hide things now like that. And then I'm gonna be thinking like, well, if that's the flavor now, and I've heard the things and like, and the sayings and the rumors and how, I'm gonna be like very precautious and asking myself, do I need to flavor you, or are you flavoring me just to flavor you back? Like, what is it? Flavor. What you know about that flavor? You layering your flavors, and that's an interesting thing too. You start to bibble babble. I don't want to say too many things because I don't want you to have all of a sudden a lisp or a dyslexia. And then you're over there pointing out all the people with dyslexia and lisp the whole time, and then all of a sudden you pop up with one. Because that all goes into emotions, excitement, thinking you're aware, and you know you're aware and you want to say something, but then all of a sudden it's like a magnet goes on that mind and you just get wiped and you don't exactly know what you want to say this time. I made sure to watch both the Wickeds. I made sure. I mean, if I need to keep going over the story again, that's like time. You already put time down, right? Time's gonna still be around, right? Almost 2 hours. Should I stop at it too? At least get level 70? Oh, I did get level 70. Whoops. I'm almost 70 and a half. That was that extra 1,600 potions. Yikes. So what, you're saying you're using the stars and calculating it, trying to find the divine, and then when you think you found the divine, you think it's like some unholy someone? Oh, this unholy someone, who is this? This unholy someone unholy summoned him. This unholy someone summoning somethings. It's unholy summoning every something's. I remember back at the apartment, it was just me, and I was saying to the whole realities, all of the realms, all of the things, all of the wishes, all of the bugs in existence. Everyone's gonna want to see this. Everyone's gonna want to know. Everyone's gonna want to know. Everyone's gonna want to see this. We're only gonna have this one time. And look where I'm at still. I was back at the apartments. I guess I just knew too much. Talk about manifestation. Talk about manifesto. Talk about ancient and getting mummies and wrapped in. Talk about, you know, the mind and how it somehow resurrects itself. Talking about the words and even your name, and if you get it. Like I said, I feel like I should be on creative right now. Jazz, what's up? Jake, what's going on? Something wrong? What's going on? But yeah, that's me. Under 1,000 potions to make, everybody. Honestly, even I'm lucky I even started live streaming today. Because I know I have it like that, obviously. But when I push myself, it's like not even a hobby anymore. It feels like mansplaining. And that's like, it's not a place I want to be. You got the virgin mansplaining. I think like the guys need to take like 3 triple, quadruple steps back. Most of them. A lot of them. I know where my dad's been at. He's been under lock and key. been like saying, probably need to wait for everybody. Because if this is just my first time, then I know I have a huge list. And I'm just the one with the baton just getting ready to pass it. I don't know, I was thinking like Big Brother or something, honestly. Like Big Brother, come on, are you serious about this? Yeah, I ate a laser. That would probably be the worst it would get. A laser. And I will say, it does seem like the marijuana triggered it. Just saying. But I did get high before coming on live stream because I am experimenting with my own life, obviously. I don't want to be on live stream getting hit with a laser just to keep speaking. I don't think anyone would, honestly, because that thing kind of it messed with me mentally. Plus, it felt like it was burning. But then I consumed that thing, and I felt it go down my pipes. It was like on its own roller coaster ride. A whole laser. It was a whole body sensation, and I even felt it in the dream. But in the dream, it was a whole different thing. In the dream, it was no longer a laser, and it was the actual sensation it was meant to be. But the laser, the laser in of itself was what it was meant to be, but with parts of reality missing. That's all it was. At least when I broke it down to myself after having it happen a few times. Couple deja vu, and then after March, and it was like a whole another ritual. Baba Booey. Baba Booey. Better watch out. I was hearing in my mind, you know, the crazy things that I was just listening to, spectating, that people live in this reality with that laser still on. You know, so they're like, if you're here and they're here, but their laser is taking them here, then that's like me covering that up. And that's magic. Smuggling a laser in almost, huh? Jeez, we'll just put this in space, everybody. You can see it if you know. Oh, jeez. And if it was like those lasers, like when it starts to hit, you're like thinking to yourself, should you run from it, or should you just start to see what it feels like, sort of thing? Because I'm thinking to myself, if I run from this thing and I don't outrun it and it catches back up, then I'm going to be out of breath and in really bad shape. But if I just feel it and, you know, sort of dance with the sensations that's happening, then I might be one with the thing. I guess you could sort of say, like, that was such a delay. Come on. I didn't know if that was a bug or it felt like a bug. Almost like robbing a bank, you could say. You know, when the lasers are hot. And in the mind playing jumper. Ay, ay, ay. But it was good that I got on. You know, it's about time that everyone hears the real Jordan. Yeah. Jazz, what's up? Did I say Jazz? Yes. It was 3. I'm remembering these things. That's the cycle that I'm on. I'm just getting to spectate it. RuneScape, Manscape. RuneScape, Demonstrate. RuneScape, let me put those away. Let me just keep playing my game. And no, I hope you're tuning in too. Hopefully you have that much time. Hopefully it won't be one of those things where I have to put it online and you're like wondering, like, everyone seems to have changed. It's like my mom when she told me, like, the dogs and how they really reel. And now it makes sense, you know, we're always changing. The dogs are always sensing that change. It's almost like they find the check mark, you know. The dogs are always noticing the new you. That is pretty much what I wanted to say about it, though. Without you know, going into so much detail and getting too conspiracy with it. Those domesticated animals we keep so dear. and close to us. Oop, 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 oop. Ah, the movies. Yes. This is like a Hail Mary. Yeah, this is like a Hail Mary here. This is literally finding energy within the thing we're always using. First I found that word structure, guys, and that was years ago. I basically told myself, these are all the suffixes that you're ever gonna need. You're gonna need this as your ending. Like finding a calculation and needing to go back just to check. I didn't calculate it, I found the answer, and I was just doing the math to check it again. I've been working on it for years, so it's like I felt, all these like my theories, this theory, yes, it's good. This theory, yeah, I see why you're there. This theory, it kind of makes sense, and this theory, kind of like a red herring. But then again, some of them, well, is like having a flat and round map. Both of them, put them both up. I start to see why they're there. Especially when the shapes start to break. Like looking at a human being, that's a personal thing. But looking at a human being and not even being able to see their face as you once originally saw them, that's a real deep place to be. What are they? Those cutouts, like where they're all stretched out in one arm, but like the face almost cuts in half. Like you're gonna need to see me like this just to see the full person. Yikes. Hey, whatever I'm doing, I'm doing. Like, using you as you, but being in the space for something. If the space doesn't bring a being, then somebody's going to be having to be in the mind. If that makes sense. Maybe it does. Having an operator, I guess. If nobody put being where being needs to be, then we're going to be being off people for the time being. And if being off people isn't good, then we need to do something about what we're doing. Because I found this just by going along. I smell magic. I'm going to keep on. Something about this life just doesn't seem right. What was that again? Asthma, then a bleach bath to cure it? I definitely drank bleach. To cure asthma? I mean, a hot steam bath with bleach pouring on me? To cure some asthma? And I wouldn't go, and I'm not suggesting this to no one. Because this was me back when I was a little young one. I wouldn't want to do that right now. But my asthma, see ya. Where'd it go? I don't know. I couldn't breathe though. Knock on everything. Keep it all locked and tight. when you're having a conversation with someone and you get anxiety and you're about to cough, because like I've done some research. I see interrogational stuff, like that's what they say happens. But that's almost like if I just smoked some weed or puffed on a cigarette or took a dab. Right? These are body responses, but I've hid them. So when my throat starts to burn and I'm thinking it's anxiety, I also know, well, there was a laser and nobody talks about that in society. So if we're just playing past the musical chairs and past the musical keys, and hopefully eventually everyone wakes up to everything, how long is that going to take? It's like the rosacea. I have my theory. Excuse me. Don't mean to burp on the mic. If you're even hearing this, I hope so. Jeez, like that's even another thing. Like, hopefully, I know I got another thing recording. But seriously, like the rosacea, I have my own theory. I'm not gonna say it because then it'll just keep changing. If we bring these diseases and say this is like that, but I remember, like even just having a little like a deja vu panic attack in reality, or a little, startle. I've seen my vision, it change. Purple swirls, little red veins. Like I see that in my vision. So if these are the diseases that we're hiding in, let me not go down too far off that cliff. That's like my high. I smoke weed. When I remember smoking weed, it was like, I guess you can compare it to some of the really, really bad stuff, like where people are like this slumping. But that's just me. That was when I first smoked. But now I don't. I don't feel like that anymore. I put my high down. That's what it seems like. I had to put my high down. Especially if the body responses are not what they should be. This is like a huge house of cards and I love it. Honestly, I love it. It's like a huge house of cards. Huge house of cards. Because if there is no being in space and we're having to use people as being, then people are being used as little batteries. Like me having a stroke-like seizure in February of 2022. But me having that in the dream before I even saw it in reality. In February of 2022. That has never happened again. Knock on everything, like I said. And then I get the laser. Like, come on. They call this a spiritual awakening or some super sus stuff. It is interesting to me how it broke out like a tree, always like a V. That's how you make these things, right? In the drawing, the branches, the limbs. When I heard 2 being projected into my mind, even that was like, oh, come on. Like, how much technology have you really hidden and not wanted to say because you think it breaks people's reality? Ay, ay, ay. Maybe I am just a little bit on my own juice. But when I have the time to make my own laser and beam it down on myself, just a feeler. I say that's pretty like, I'm ready. I'm ready. Just an eager salesman. Why not hide in plain sight? I already have this raw deal. Yeah. I don't think I'm gonna stay too much longer. Road to glory. What's going on there? Is it with yellow bricks? Does somebody come by and test it? Is it pristine all the time? Flawless. There was some other things I woke up to too, but that would be like a secret society and getting my hands into way too much juice. You don't need to be going down those rabbit holes. And try and force me into a different role. And be like, oh, one. Oh, two. Oh, I choose to do what I want to. Oh, Hey, if that list got mixed up, that's not my fault. Hey, if you were thinking it was like Christmas and you just started ripping through, and you're like, this is mine, this is mine, this is mine. He's a Jew. This is mine, this is mine, this is mine. He said what? This is mine, this is mine. So you did kill, huh? And then I'll be like, well, I made a laser, duh. And I don't really need one, do you? So then get back to your scripture. And I mean, I went to Mulaski and had a little assembly too. Sat in the back and was like, dang, my family went through. And now I'm gonna have to do it again. Nah, this better have some magic. Looks like I get grandfathered in. Nah. And then I'll be thinking about, well, maybe. What's your family tree looking like, guys? Is it like that far down in the mind? Well, I don't know. I know in my dreams I've seen some things, some unknown symbols. purple and black. The ink is black, but the tornado is purple. And then the symbols are just there, just in its own spiral. I can see him right now, and I was laughing in the dream. So I knew I was containing literally everything. I don't know. You see, when I'm talking like this, it's like I have the force. Even if you try and ask questions like, drop them in to see, you know, what knock them off course. They'll be like, come on, guys, I didn't even know about the dream. Like, you're gonna put all these animated things in front of me, and I didn't even get time to watch that. And then when I do, I'm like, well, dang, I should be probably watching with someone else, because I'm not trying to ruin your dream. I know mine. Seriously, that One Piece? Ooh, that was kinda. I wonder about those. Putting some pressure in the water bottle. Just an object, that's it. But what does it do? It adds sound to my reality, so it's not just it. Come on. I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, One Piece. Just a dream. Dang, I can't believe how late I was to see that. Late. I just watched it this year. Dang. And I'm not even done. I watched the Netflix one, then I'm like, yeah, I should probably get to the animated one too. Yeah. I don't even know what season. I stopped watching it about a couple months ago. I'm like thinking to myself, dang, you guys just run this like a rerun every time. I'll run it like a rerun. Until what? We find the missing piece? Like I said, I've been working. Plus I got fired. Dang, imagine that. I was collecting, believe me. But when I'm collecting and I'm in their own pool, it's like being asked at the end of the day, yeah, you haven't talked to anybody. Is there anything I can help with? Do you have any questions? But like the whole week I haven't talked to anyone because I'm in the same pool. I'm in the same dirty scheme. I'm in the same nobody's gonna answer unless you're lucky. So it's like you're asking a question, you're trying to fish, and you know how to fish, obviously, but there's nothing to say, so you're just going to say it, and you're looking for a reply, and this is what I'm getting. Like, you know I'm trying to do my thing, but the pool I'm in is super dirty. Nobody wants to answer. I wonder why. You're running me through a test trial, and then you're going to tell me, like, oh, dude, you didn't collect nothing. You should have checked your desk. Those hots, you know they were onto something. Everything was dry. And then other people in the office are making super monies. Super monies. Look at this super guy. This guy super collects, dude. Oh, come on. And then again, I'm in my conversations. I'm in my queue. I'm in my pools of dirtiness, and there are people just window shopping and having a little conversation of wonderfulness. When I'm having a conversation, it almost feels like I'm getting choked out. Hoo-wee, that's a battle. That is a battle. But I mean, it's fun at the same time because I know what's happening. You know, I got to keep on reeling on the questions that I need to be tapping on. Like, you know, your bill's late, haven't paid nothing since last year, plus some probably. You already spent this money, we're looking for some, where's it at, man? Yeah. It's an old spill, but I mean, I like it. if that's what I have to do. But I do question, like, do people even sleep? Potentially. Some nights I'll be talking to my mind so long that I just forget and then wake up to the alarm. And I'll feel rejuvenated, I'll feel energized. But I'll think to myself, come on, did I even get a night's rest? Some nights I hit the bed and just wake right up. I know that's like sleep for sure. The real ones are when I have dreams. And if I know I have a dream, then I know it was like some actual sleep. But then I start thinking to myself, well, if I'm having the lids behind my eyes light up like you're dreaming, and I'm just closing my eyes, now this isn't what's happening right now, but I'm just, preparing myself because this has already been reality and what's happened for me once. So if that's my mind and behind my eyes, and I start waking up and I start seeing a different reality, and I'm getting energy just by closing my eyes, then do we even really need to sleep? Do we even really need to blink? Am I just going to keep on changing my body responses, and then everyone's going to hopefully catch up one day? I don't know. I do have faith though, because like I said, I turned it on and I turned it back off. And how is that possible? I don't know. And like the equilibrium too. I'm just talking, and then all of a sudden, whoop. Now I had my eyes closed when that was happening. Eyes closed, and then my equilibrium flipped around. And then all of a sudden I could feel myself like I knew I was still in the same position, but my whole head position was upside down. Then I started thinking to myself, well, I didn't open up my eyes, I didn't do all the testing. But I started thinking to myself, if I open up my eyes and I see everything upside down, then I'm going to be getting a whole different picture than everybody. A whole different view, a whole different perspective. Nobody talks about this. And that was all the potions, guys. That was it. That was level 71 herbalism. Yep. That's where I'm at right now. Not exactly 100%, but because I can't exactly talk about everything in my head. I mean, I even threw out some new names. But like me with bills, I got put into severe debt with the first March incident. Tried to recoup, tried to pay off some, saved up some money, but now I'm fired. Yay, woohoo. Got fired. In this reality, this is it. Now I see it like this. I keep walking and peeking on both sides of the delusion. And nobody wants to talk up, so I mean, just hopefully it doesn't get too much convoluted, too much thinking you need this substance when your body's already making it. I'm grasping for straws, just vaping, honestly. I'm grasping for straws, still smoking weed occasionally. I don't want it to be a Wizard of Oz thing where you just lose your voice in front of me. You no longer have the capacity to speak, because everything I say just keeps on shutting down everything. And then it just becomes like, you start to yell and scream, shush, settle down. let me think, just please. Or whatever it may be. It just goes back to a normal reality. After all of the things that I've seen and we've seen, it'll just go back to a normal reality. Skylar, what's up? What's up? Well, yeah, normal reality. Woohoo! Imagine. Alrighty. I mean, this is already a normal reality, isn't it? So, I mean, this is my word game, and I love it. But the word game that I'm in, not everyone is seeing it. And I'm like tiptoeing around all the things. This and this. A chisel and a hammer, 3 logs and some seeds. What am I doing? Four logs. Did I say 3 logs? Whoopsie. 4 logs and some seeds. Plus an amulet, a pendant. That's the second whoopsie. That is. I was wondering, what's that sound? My foot tapping. Restless Lakes. Then I need to go do my trees. Make sure I get the farming done. Maybe I go buy the graceful set. Oh dang, what am I doing? I forgot one of them. I'm practicing how to disconnect and still talk at the same time. Don't you love it? I mean, how animalistic do you want human beings to be? That's a real skill. But if you wake them out of it, then, you know, you get what I'm saying? Hopefully you get what I'm saying. Everything happens for a reason. But I know I'll never be able to do a lot of things without certain things being done to me. And that's just what it is. That's reality. Okay. So I was talking too much and I forgot my runes. Now I need to go. I don't even have what to. An amulet of glory. God bless. Moving around the map. Nope. Me playing RuneScape as a kid, I did not get it like I do now. Plus, like RuneLight, how it is. Dang, they make it super easy. Okay. I need to do my tree run. Honestly, it's been a while since I ran. There's been a lot of things that I've had to hide. I can guarantee I got the most innocent mind. I can guarantee it. And then, like I said, Boulder City, you think we're gonna crack? Better look back at that map. gotta be quiet. I could drop it like, what is it? What is it saying? What is it saying? It might be a little bit too powerful though right now. There's no going to sleep, little buddy boy. Especially when I got a laptop out and things recording me. I thought I fried my mind a few times now, guys, where I was just like so bright-eyed, bushy-tailed that I didn't think I was gonna ever sleep anymore. A few times at least. But that's sort of like where the beast under the bed started. Rawr. At least I can say my first time smoking weed, the real first hallucination I had was Mickey Mouse just in the shadows, just chilling out. Just chilling out in the shadows. Still trying to gather up the ingredients for the trees. Whew, it's been a while. Alright, so I know that I can get a pie to get level 75. And then my hardwood trees, I'm at camphor? I think. White berries. Alrighty. Oh, just for me? Don't say. I'm always listening. Even before the live stream. Like the rehearsal. Like, this is how it's gonna go. And if you don't know, now you know. Alright. Do I even need the cow quads? Let me see. Oh, that's like 80 or something. Because room light messes me up sometimes. 72. Alright, we got these guys. What was that again? I haven't exactly, drilled this in. If I was doing my dailies like I should be, it would be easy peasy. Four of these. Alrighty. Sorry, not sorry, I just gotta eat the language up. Sorry, not sorry, I saw this design. Sorry, not sorry. What did I just put in there? see you right there. And actually, you needed to stay. Imagine that, crazy. Say what? Someone join the name? Say something? Come on, what did I do? Remember. Imagine that too, like having to say that to yourself. What did you do? Just be honest with yourself. What did you do? That's where I'm at. Crazy. I need some Lumbridge TPs. Tell you what, guys, level 70 agility. Dang. I didn't realize how beneficial quests were in this game. Which makes sense, you know, you look out in most of these like type of games. It makes sense. But I didn't realize. Now I do. You get so much XP and different skills. Need Cather B, not Camelot. Come on. You're already off a little bit. There's odd little things like that in this game. Like, how could you say that's there, but this is faster here? Like, I'll be questioning to myself, did you use AI just to build this up so you could be free in your wealth? Kanaka baby? But I like, seriously, like 21 questions, you know? Because I'll be seriously wondering, like, that doesn't add up, so where'd you get the sum? And nobody said nothing? This whole time? Y'all thought it was fine? Ah, and that's what I forgot. Look at that. Forgot my pie. Imagine that. Gotta go back to the GE. What is it again? A Meadows pie? A mushroom pie? I think so. It looks right. Might be Meadow though. Let me see. No. Dragon fruit? Summer pie is agility. Crafting is mushroom pie. Jeez. What? Garden pie. Whoop whoop. Already had some in the bank. Whoop whoop. Maybe those sounds start sparking something. Ay, ay, ay. Alright, magic saplings. It's your time to shine. I don't know what I'm gonna do to get. Oh, actually, I could do house thing. I think there's a mini game for houses for construction. That might be fun. Never done that. I tried to do the rune crafting. I didn't get it one bit. I mean, I got it. I even looked at a tutorial. Maybe because my pouches aren't big enough. I have a medium and a small. I don't know. I wasn't getting credit though. Like for completing the whole event. What is it called again? It's down here somewhere. Guardians of the Rift. Yeah. But yeah, I don't know why I wasn't getting credit for it. Obviously, I wasn't doing it how I should have been, but I don't know where the flaw was. I was doing just like the tutorial told me to do. One little flip, scratch, get up and hatch your brain like you're cracking a new theory. It's gonna look like you just went with AI and started downloading everything. Said what with AI? He's overthinking this. It's really that easy though, guys. That's my theory though. As for right now, that's the theory. I won't keep repeating it because honestly, it keeps on deleting it. The brain. And if I don't have it recorded, then it's gonna just felt like I just shot the wind and hurt myself. Cloudy goddess. Yeah. What's up? I was thinking about clouds like a sheep. I was trying to count the cotton again. That's no lie. You guys ever roll up like a transformer? I've done that once. I was just being a good American. Yikes. It's true though, every time. Imagine the focus you're gonna have to watch me. Yikes. I mean, at least people are joining. Tongue my tight. Yikes. Imagine that kind of focus. They're pretty close there, just saying. Like, when you're playing hot and cold and yes and no, that's like, you're into a whole new level now. And the tongue's flailing around. What's next on the list? All right. Gotta go to Brimhaven. They always forget that on this. I gotta remember it. At least I know where I'm sort of headed. Maybe I need to get back into learning a whole nother language. Potentially. Japanese was my calling, and I don't know why. That's what I tried to learn in school. And I even picked it up a second, third time. Ohio. Ohio. That's where I just got fired from. Ooh, there's reality striking back again. Ow, 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 clap, 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 clapping. Ohio. I've been having deep talks with Moses. Is that wild? McCormick? Is that wild? I've seen him in the dreams. He was checking me out. And that's like having the formula, isn't it? And I've been having deep talks. He's been great in it. Can't I go in a while? Why can't you? Ever question yourself? Deep talks. He's the only one that can be great in right now. At least from my perspective. Crazy, 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 crazy. Wild. Honestly. Because I never knew these things. I never thought of these things, the possibilities. Until you really level up, until you really start getting there. And then I start thinking, like, the possibilities, what really happened there? And if that's really true, or if you just had to go like a mirage. Unfortunate, but possibly very true. And that was the first time, the first spike, the first high. Come on, guys. After 3 hours, 3 hours, 1 minute, the first time, something. I had to bring him up. Never before. Only on YouTube. I mean, why would I need to, right? When I'm really that low, when I'm really asking questions, who else would be there? Of course. Yeah, well, and then you look at all these different religions and how they really do. But again, potentially just a mirage and just had to go poof. Consciousness not going to knock you off, but if it's too high and it sees what's going on, then it's going to have to dip just for a little bit. And then, like, for the brother, I mean, it was the brothers to have that channel, that name placed down. Keeps my mind, keeps it round. Doesn't flatten me out. I mean, it shows me like a map. I'm way too spiritual not to believe. That's the crazy thing. And I know what I've seen. So if I ever have to start dipping, then I'm going to actually start realizing the pieces here and the puzzle pieces. Walk right in and walk right out. In a way. When I start speaking English sentences and you ask me what language am I speaking, then I'll know, ooh, be careful everybody. When something's too real in reality and you don't know, and you keep asking, how do you? It'll be like a magnet, I think. They're only using you and that's it. What happens when the eyes don't show and they go and hide? Are we really going to have to be that deep in a tunnel? And hear clicks and thinks? And hear smells, but stays away, but breathes something else out the mouth, like being under your covers and breathing heat into your eyes, and they're flickering, and you don't know why. Maybe I just stumbled upon the first human lie. Either going to correct it or not. But again, why would humans lie? That's like Santa Claus, right? Super, super holy, but very unholy it gets. And that's just reality, you know, you're going to want both of it. Like me, you know, if there's nothing to remember and nothing to have a core memory, you're going to think it's like a dream. And I've been stuck in reality thinking back to my dreams, thinking that they were reality. And I started blaming family, blaming, you know, people in my existence, just because I was so confused of the realism, how realistic it is. Which is crazy too. Especially like when all I can really do is like ask Google a lot of the times. And when Google doesn't have an answer and my mind sort of gets a little bit of its own picture, I've always wondered like about inventions and stuff like that, you know, oh, what's left to be tackled, talked about. I'm very curious. I've let it, you know, like I said about my high. But I'm very, very high, believe it. Like me talking about spinning in circles and just fixing my vision. Yeah, I'm spinning, but if I take my spin and go the other direction with it, I get to calm down just for a second, and it does seem like I get a clearer picture, at least from my testings, from what I've done. I find that in itself magical enough. I'm looking for the whole kit and caboodle. I needed an anti-poison potion. I'm gonna be slowly dying. Lieta? That's where I'm at right now. Planting my tree. Thought everyone needed the update. Can't see. Okay, now I need to go to a fossil island again. From what I know is B flips to a P and N disappears, and M is like magic and like an O. You're gonna think an O, you know, that's how we found W, but have you really dug down? B starts to flip to a P. That's all I know right now. N's a weird sound and M is magical. And it took a while to even get back to that. Because I don't want to say like, oh yeah, this is this and I have it. I did the test, remember March. Nobody remembers it. There were a lot of costume changes in March, and honestly, if it was in front of somebody, it would have been like, ooh wee, ooh wee. Alright, anti-poison. The females would be the test, right? They would know right or wrong. Especially if the men's been living in their own delusion. I've been self-studying it. It is what it is. Maybe I'm just locked between concepts right now. There's a 3D printed heart and what's the other one again? Oh, I already forgot about it. What was it? Jeez. That was the other one was the newest thing. Oh, the laser. Oh. I consumed it. It is what it is. I knew it was there somewhere. I mean, what am I gonna say? Oh yeah, that was the other two places. Civet. For some reason, it doesn't suggest it, even though it knows I'm gonna need to go 2 places there. I need a little whistle, but it's just not that. It doesn't click like. And then like when it's clicking for me and I need to click for it, like I really need to go into the mind and like, all right, I know I'm gonna need to get there. If I don't remember it here, I'm gonna have to remember it there. If I don't remember it there, then I'm maybe really losing stuff. So I better remember it there while everyone stares. I just download stuff. But it's from everyone else's downloaded stuff. So it's okay. Sounds pretty perpetual to me. What is this, dude? You better let me plant. I've never planted this one. The camp floor one. I know I've done my quest though. What am I at? Let me see. I was like a questing maniac. 165 out of 180 complete. Yeah. That's just the start of everything, right? There's like combat stuff I gotta do. The diaries are a medium. That's at least good. Yeah, I know I messed up, but then I get to speak up because I quiet that down in the brain. I get to say what I want to say. Yeah, it kind of sucked though. It kind of helped my mental. Now hopefully you can see what I'm seeing. Maybe if I keep explaining everything. This can't be taught though. You gotta go in your own mental. You're gonna see how to. You're gonna have to be one. Just too eager. Yeah, I'm too eager. Oh, eager beaver. Beaver Buckeyes. Yummy. Is that another Ohio thing? You'll forgive me. Yeah, it's kind of my fault. I didn't send you no message. Didn't send a message or nothing, no call. But honestly, my brain fried. I didn't even know if I'd wake up the next night, the next day. Honestly, I've been in one big huge delusion, thinking that tonight may be the night that it just stops and goes into a new dream. Or maybe this just keeps going on. Oh yeah. Angler's Retreat. I've never been to this place. That's kind of scary. Pretty sure I got the boat though. You like that? I don't think I have the, what's it called? Inoculation station. Yeah, definitely not. Alright, I guess I'm done. It's like the microwaves when it turns on. The microwave when it turns on. The day my Wi-Fi starts to fry. Day my Wi-Fi cuts out. I don't know what to say now. What the heck? I need 15 papaya. I was 15 short somehow, I don't know. And I was even doing the math in my mind. Thinking like, yeah, I have this check, but these calculations better add up. I didn't. That's like going back to the 9 clicks. Am I really seeing this? Did you guys really see what you saw? Yeah, I have to get another dab now?
Real quick.
Real quick. Real quickie. Right now. Ay, my back blows. I was sitting for so long. Oh, Vincent, new page. Baba Booby. Babooby? Nate, what's going on? I'll be back in a little bit. I'm gonna take a dab or two. And get some water, probably. I think that cuts out, huh? Breathe it through 2 nostrils or just 1? Oh, even the dog speaks out. As my nose starts to droop just a bit. Alright, now I don't know what to do. I need to make gold, but honestly, construction, that's what it is. Find that game. Start making them houses again. Yeah, work on my carpentry, guys. Look how I'm doing it this time. How many times? You're gonna wonder. Let's see. And you can see it just by looking at the top of me. Okay. Honestly, I don't know how to. Let me look up a guide. Do you see anything, guys? Definitely not. That one was one like, who lives this life and keeps waking up? And all the other ones. Who remembers the other ones just live this one? Oh, where'd it go? That's crazy. I gotta remember this stuff. if it that's wild. That's cool. Sorry, this may be the first time I've lived in this reality, guys. Just saying. Now, how's After waking up? God bless. Just keep doing this, I guess. I'm trying to think, like, how would I even get back? Jeez. Don't close that out. Maybe? Huh? Potentially. I mean, it changes so quick. Even today was different. So, I mean, I'm just going to go back to just remembering something. Here we go, here we go. With my laptop. I'm even surprised. This is like, that's why I'm doing this, you know, it brings me back. Yo, what's up? It brings me back. Like, what do we really need in this life? Thanks, doggy dog in the backyard. What have we put aside in this life? Now, I'm looking for the minigame. I think, if I'm right, there is a construction minigame. And it would be nice if the computer actually ran. Thank you. Blame it on the advertisements, do whatever you want. Whoops. Oops. Who's home? Okay. Mahogany homes. do T-combs. Where do we go to get T-combs? That'll be good to go. Ah, probably a good time to get my graceful stuff, huh? Gotta find the vendor. I already got the. Ooh, do I need 260? Wait a second. Oh, I got. Did I mess up? Hold on. Well, I guess I don't need the boots for now. That's what I was thinking. Of the lightness. Okay, Google, please. It's just one question. I know I could if I was you. I know you could be, but who to? Westbury J and Matt. Hi, hi, hi. Yeah, 260. Hoo-wee. It's okay. Because the boots cost 40. The Rogue's Den. Yeah, 241. Hey. I went super mindless doing that run. It's just a game, right? That's the necklace. Who goes blind in 7th grade? Come on now. I'll blame it on my diabetes, my pre-diabetes. I had to find my sugar craving again, so my insulin would rework. It's true. I mean, if I'm gonna be speaking here and you guys are gonna hear my vocal cords fry, you're gonna be hearing the different voices I use just to hide. And where's this chicken in the Rogue's Den? There it is. I just need to look at the map and hover over it. See, when it's on the phone, there's not like, I would love on the phone where you could just press and see. It's a lot easier on the PC. And I'm still going past it like, dang, I'm talking. It's super mindless. Honestly, the game is holding half of it. If I'm being honest. At least I'm honest. And everywhere you go, what game are you gonna choose? What are you gonna do? And then the phlegm, like, I haven't exactly had phlegm on this live stream, but what do you want me to do? Just let it sit in the mouth until I dissolve it all and then swallow it again? And then that's the cure? Shh, don't tell anyone. Don't tell anyone about this. Alright, let's see. Am I going to be talking to Grace to get the Grace? I sure am. Alright, so like another 2 hours of running around in circles. Maybe I just do it right now. That actually sounds like the calling. What's the place even called? Right next to the graveyard, that's where we'll go. It's getting late, might as well get spiritual. That's third time. Love that Mexican tree. Those things start popping right behind me. When it gets hot around this time, pretty sure that's what they're doing. If I know that tree enough. Nice. It's cool. That's like the almond tree over there. I had to remember the fuzzy things and they're right there in the face. Like, why do you even need to look down when you know everything is here? Everything is here. Those two fuzzy things on the almond tree. Like, come on, everything is literally here. You don't need to look down at all. Looking straight ahead. I just remember to forget. Forgetting to remember again. Careful, I think that was a mosquito. I have my right arm on frozen, but the left one found heat. Right arm on frozen means this. But when I'm in the mind forgetting, what is it? And the left one was on heat. Not too hot. I'm not letting go, but the left one will. Mosquitoes, surely not like Disney, I guess. That's what I'm trying to say.